Hello! My name's Gareth and welcome to Fat Pigeon Reviews. Now today we're taking a look at these. This is the Rocket 11 speaker cables from AudioQuest. Now, I was a bit dubious. I mean, I thought a cable was a cable and it's going to do the same thing with the copper and everything else, but no. I mean, I learned a while ago that speaker cable does make a difference. Now this stuff is high quality, very high grade stuff. I'm not sure on the price. I need to find out the price. I will put the price somewhere here per meter. I know that What Hi-Fi did a great review on them. It gets 5 stars from What Hi-Fi, and I think they tested it at like £12.50 a meter. Now, you do tell instantly with this cable that you've changed the cable on it. It just sort of like pulls more from the music. It grabs a little bit more. It's a little bit more precise and tighter, it seemed to me, in the space that I have. And I took them off and then put them back on again. And you think, no, it's sort of pulling it in. It's sort of refining it. It is making the detail a little bit more precise, a little bit more agile. No, I don't think agile is the word. It's just, it made it better. It did make it better on small, subtle areas of the tracks that I played. So with the turntable, and the same thing with the turntable, small increments. Your whole hi-fi and stereo system just has these little tiny improvements. Like the turntable platter made it about 2 or 3% better, smoother, rounded off the edges. The dampening feet, the deadening feet that are put on the turntable, again 1 or 2%, just sort of kept it more grounded and in place and less resonance. I changed the stylus from the 2M red, and then I went up to the 2M blue from Autophon. And that was a massive, significant difference in detail. Just with these small little things that you add into it. It's not a big thing. It's not like you bought a new pair of speakers. It's not like you bought a new amp or anything. But these little things matter. The 1% here, the 2% there. Now, they soon mount up. Speaker cable is one of these things that it's just that little bit better. And that's what you're striving for. You go for the price that you've got. The money that you have, you spend on what you can. I mean, you allocate yourself, well, I've got £20 for speaker cable, or £150 for speaker cable, or £400 for speaker cable. Take your budget, get the best you can, test some stuff. Think all these sort of cables sound slightly different to one another. And the flexibility, how it's made, the build quality, everything's slightly different. But these Rocket 11s, the quality of them themselves, the flexibility, they were chunky. I'll put some video footage or some photos up for you. They're chunky. Really wide set speakers cables, but they're still flexible, and the terminals, the ends, how they've been terminated and they've been made together and all that, they're like quite thick and rugged, and you can see the grub screws, and they're big and they're raucous, and they fit nice and tightly within the binding posts of the speakers and within the amplifier. They're just a good quality speaker cable, and again they did make this difference, this slightly more precise, sort of tighter difference to the vocals and some of the bass. So the connections themselves, the banana plugs, they are beryllium copper. Beryllium copper? Let me just do the beryllium copper. It says on the box right there. So they're beryllium copper, but then they're coated in silver, so silver plated. Or you can get gold plated ones, depending on which ones you want, which ones you fancy. You can also get, instead of banana plugs, you can get the actual spade connections as well. So the spade connection, so you can unscrew the back of your speaker, slot it in and tighten it up that way if that's more secure fit, if that's what you're into, that's what you like. So you've got the two options. So the cables are sided. You get a left hand side, you get a left cable, a right cable. They're directional cables also. So the flow of the music goes one way. They've found the best way for the music to flow, and they've labelled it either end for you. So this side goes into the speakers, this side goes into your amp. Very simple. Love that. That's great. I haven't got to mess around trying to think of, which one's this for. I mean, normally you just plug them in, away you go. Now you know for sure that's for your left one, that goes to your amp, that goes to your speaker. You also have the option for bi-wireable cable. So on one end it's just got the two, just your left and your right, your positive, your negative. So your black and your red. So on the other end, you've got 4 wires, 4 cables coming out, which means you can do, your left and your right, or your positive and your negative of your high frequency, your positive and your negative of your low frequency. And then, like I say, it splits down into just the 2 that goes into the amp. So that's another option. They come in black, they come in white. I just grabbed a box from Audio. I said, let me try these out. I'd love to give them a go on the channel from Audio Lounge. And they just, yeah. So I didn't actually get much specifications from them. Speaker cables were like one of those things, those smaller upgrades that you'd like to do within your price point. I mean, don't go mad on, don't spend £400 on a speaker cable, but you've only spent £150 on an amp. I mean, do it relative to what you can afford in your stereo than itself and the actual cost of the whole hi-fi system. The Autophon 2M Blue cartridge system that I've got and the stylus, that was a big jump. That wasn't one of these small increments. That was a big jump. That was night and day from the 2M Red that I had before to that. But again, it's just these little things. When you've bought your stereo equipment, when you've bought your speakers, you've bought your turntable, you can upgrade, you can do these little things just to refine the sound that suits you. And it worked, like I say, with the speaker cable, it just alters it that little bit more precise, a little bit finer detail. And it's noticeable, not massively. You're not going to go, oh my God, this is amazing. But you can, if you listen, you can hear the difference. I mean, with this cable, it wasn't that difficult to actually pick. You think, actually, already, that does sound better. And I was astonished by it. And it really, the speaker cables really did work. With the absorption feet I've got for the turntable and the upgrade of the stylus, I already owned everything, but I'm just trying to hone it in. I'm just trying to get the absorption feet. I've got a video on here. They're about £12, I think. But it made that little bit more difference, 1 or 2%. Like I say, with the platter, that's another 3-4%. That sort of brought everything tighter and less resonance as well. I like a tight, crystal clear, crisp sound to my music. Now my hi-fi system is that little bit better, 10-12% better, because of the speaker cable, because of the dampening feet, the absorption feet, because of the platter and the stylus. You can just get that little bit. When you've completed your system, you think you're done. Just add these little things and you get that little bit more out of everything. And then I can tick it off my box. I can sort of say, I've got the speaker cables now. That's not my weak link anymore. Let's try something else. Let me try this. I mean, you might just be happy with your speaker cable. I mean, it would be fine. I was happy with a lot of Bell. I used to use like cheap speaker cable when I was like 16, 17, running my Mission 701s that I've been after for years and years. And I didn't know any better. Now I do. Now I'm trying these new things. And again, these little subtle differences soon starts to build the system that you want. You're getting more and more out of the system that you already have, you already own. So it's worth just taking a look at some little different bits and bobs to get the most out of your system. I think I've rambled on enough. I think I've got excited enough about speaker cable. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. Have a listen to it. Have a listen to speaker cable yourself. So again, just a quick speaker cable video just to see what the differences were, how much difference there were with this Rocket 11, if it was better, if it was worse. And it's clearly better. It is a fantastic cable. Again, with the build quality and everything else, it's worth taking a look at. It's worth even grabbing some, trying them out on your home system. If you don't like it, take it back. If you don't notice a difference, just take it back. But I recommend these small little upgrades and increments to the stereo. Even the stereo system that you already own, you can bring more and draw more sound quality out of your system with these little touches. So I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to stop rambling. Please feel free to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, click, ooh, and hit the like button if you liked the video, of course. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.